You are looking live at Haverhill Valley Ice Arena, where the New Jersey Rockets U19 AA girls are getting set to take on the Philadelphia Little Flyers in the semifinals of the NGHL MLK Classic. Hi everybody, it's Joe Rizzo bringing you the action. The fifth game in 3 days for both teams in snowy eastern Massachusetts. That increased the drive times for everybody today to get here, but it appears all from both sides have arrived safely. What's at stake? At stake is a chance to play in the finals at 1:05 this afternoon on Martin Luther King Day. And these two teams have met before. They played on Saturday evening, and the Little Flyers won that one 5-2. The Rockets will be in different uniforms this time. Last time they were in white. This time they will be in their black uniforms with red along the shoulders, red numerals outlined in white trim. They have white names on the bottoms of their jerseys and a red stripe below. Black pants, black socks, and a thick red stripe. On the front of the jersey is the word Rockets written out in logo style. And the O in Rockets has a little bit of a logo that also appears on the front of the socks. Black helmets for all of the skaters for both teams today. The Little Flyers have their home whites, black across the top shoulders, white nameplates, black numbers outlined in orange, black pants with white socks, and a thick orange stripe flanked top and bottom by a thin black stripe. Rockets starting Emma Lacey in goal for this one. Arialis Markland played the first game between the two, and it looks like Alex Erdman is going to be the goaltender for the Little Flyers, and she got the victory on Saturday. There's Erdman, 27. She will guard the net to your YouTube right, and there's Emma Lacey, number 7 in black. She will guard the net to your YouTube left. Nieves on the dot. Mia Rodriguez on the near side wing. Luisa Rizzo, the far side wing. Grace Matone on lefty. Kira Redmond on right. Liftoff. Period 1. Semifinals of the NGHL. Rockets immediately pick off a pass off the face-off loss, and they'll try to gain possession down low. Nieves has it. Trying to work around the corner. Centering feed nearly redirected by Rodriguez in front. Rizzo was there too. Rockets move it around. It goes to the far side wing, and they'll break out 2-on-1. Deletto has it, but Redmond knocked it away. Deletto and Hahn were trying to break out. Avery Hahn, 18, was a big force in the last game for the Flyers. She's got it now and sends it between the points. She's usually on left D, but looks like she's on maybe right D here, as the other Erdman, who's not the goalie, is on lefty. So off. The Rockets have iced the puck, and these are 15-minute periods. And we are 55 seconds into the game of the semifinals on this rink. There's another semifinal taking place shortly on the rink right. Flyers move it through, knocked away there. Connolly couldn't keep it in. Otto sent it down low. Beatty comes out of the corner and fires a shot that Lacey knocks away with the blocker. Beatty trying to start the cycle, plays catch back and forth below the end line. They're looking, still looking. That looks like Smiley down low with Beatty. Now Otto on the give and go. There's a give. The go goes to Vukovic. Left pad save off the wrist shot. Lacey got it. Starting their cycle, and they'll move it around a lot. Fanning on the shot, was Conway. Rockets move it out now. Ulrich smacks it in, and the Rockets will pursue. Izzy Cook, the first one there, picking it off the boards, trying to get it to Haley Connolly. It comes up the left side, and Lauren Fox steps in. Grace Ulrich has it, spins, trying to look, couldn't get the shot off as Otto was there. Jacobus grabs it and sends it down low. It's loose in front, jamming at it, and a whistle. Oh, Izzy Cook was trying to jam that thing in, but Alex Erdman held the left pad strong and tight and didn't give it away. The net also came off its moorings, and that maybe benefited the goaltender a little bit. Offensive zone draw for the Rockets. Nieves on the dot. Hansen on the slot. Minikillo on the point on the right side. Matone hustles over to grab that. Sends it to Nieves, who gives it to Hansen. They exchange it. Didn't get a lot of juice on it. Matone had to grab that one. It looked like she might have brought it in and then out, but they don't call the offside. Brought in, and now chasing it down into the far corner is Perrin. Olivia Perrin, 71. Nieves, 22, and Black interrupts it. It comes toward the point. Troiano picks it up, sends it up the middle for Rogers. Rogers trying to turn the corner, had to dump it and regather it. It comes toward the middle. Nieves knocked it away, sends it for Minikillo. She's 1-on-3. Minikillo's going to gain the line on the right side. Minikillo gets behind the tee. She shoots, and that was a big play by Perrin, who just got the stick blade on it and adjusted the shot. It goes over the protective glass and into the netting for an offensive zone draw for the Rockets. Man, hope Minikillo got behind. She was really getting ready to snipe one of the corners, but Olivia Perrin, just in the nick of time for the little Flyers, got a piece. Rockets trying to work it, centering it. It goes off the outside of the post, so not really a threat to Erdman. Little Flyers breaking out. Deletto trying to get past Fox. Gets possession now. Trying to set up, looking for somebody in the middle. Hahn cheats all the way down. Lacey makes a blocker save, and it came over to the far side, but they can't put it in. Was that Danchak? Or Calci, I think it was the one in front. It was Calci in front, but Jenna Calci tried to sweep that puck in, and it bounced. Rockets retreat to their own end. Jacobus has to spin off a couple. Otto cheats in from the point. There's going to be a penalty over here. Looks like the Rockets are going to go on a power play as Lacey was trying to hustle to the bench. 11:06 left, first period. Semifinals of the MLK Tournament, NGHL sponsored. Rockets and the Little Flyers. Because of the 15-minute periods, the power plays are a minute and a half. Rockets will start with Hansen, Redmond, and Connolly up front. Minikillo on the right point, Matone on the left. Perrin stole the faceoff. Connolly stole it back. They work it between the points. Now Minikillo trying to get loose between the point. Goes to Connolly in the left circle. Connolly digs it out of the corner and sends it to Matone at the left point. Matone looking. She exchanges with Connolly. Connolly looking. She has time and space. Matone at the left point. Matone back to Connolly. Rockets trying to work it in front. Redmond in front. Hansen in front. Minikillo, right dot. Wrist shot, redirected, and it goes just wide. But Erdman kicked that. Now, she's just playing goal here, but that net is just barely even on the mooring. I mean, she's just trying to make a regular play there. She's not doing anything unseemly. 27. And that net has disengaged a couple of times, and the Rockets are sitting there attacking. So those are huge breaks right there for the Little Flyers. Same crew out up top. Redmond jumps in to grab it, steers and spins in the corner on the right side and leaves it for Nieves. Nieves below the end line. Up to Matone left point. Minikillo right point. Down low was looking for Redmond on the redirect. They exchange. Redmond and Nieves exchange it behind the line. Matone cheating in from the point. Minikillo crushing down now. They have the Little Flyers compacted here. They have them down low. They're playing very conservatively, guarding the house and giving the Rockets a chance to move the puck freely. But they're not getting anything in close. Now they try it. There's a shot in the goal! CC Nieves! It's a power play goal! And with 9:57 left in period one, the Rockets have launched and they take a 1-0 lead in the semifinals. Nieves tried to center it. It looked like it hit a skate in front and then eventually steered off of the inside of the left skate of Alex Erdman. I don't think Erdman ever really saw it. She was trying to center it toward the top of the crease or the bottom of the slot, and it redirected off of one player's skate and then off of Erdman's skate and in. So the Rockets have taken the lead here. They didn't have the lead the last time they played the Little Flyers. Hahn, wrist shot. Lacey, save with the blocker. Rebound, makes a save off Deletto. Deletto centers it. Can't get it. Hahn has the Jets burning over there. She's free to skate wherever she wants on the ice. 18 in white is the one to watch, and she's hard to miss. If you watch the first game, she scored a spectacular end-to-end goal. She sends it down low. Deletto battling with Fox. Fox sends it up the middle for Rizzo. Rizzo tried to steer it around. She looked like she was going to turn and try to get Rodriguez going, but eventually the shot goes to Lacey and she gloves it down. Rockets with a 1-0 lead. They got a power play goal from CC Nieves with 9:57 left in the first period. There's 9:06 left now. Nieves on the dot. Cook and Connolly the forwards. Fox and Jacobus the defense pair. Rogers was in front of the net waiting for somebody to get it there, but the Rockets recovered. Connolly watches Otto come all the way from the point. Otto came all the way from the left point and now has it in the right side. Her centering feed didn't get through, and it comes up between the points. Sending it down now was Conway. She tried to center it, but couldn't find anybody there. This puck is going to probably be an icing unless it really slows down, and it does slow down. Wow. On this good ice already, I thought that puck was going to have more juice. Connolly behind the end line. Oh, she just couldn't corral it, and she had Izzy Cook coming down the middle. In the first match between these two, the Little Flyers took a 2-0 lead. The Rockets scored twice. Connolly in front. Cook couldn't get the shot through traffic. They scored twice in a 20-second span in the second period to tie it. There were some real curious calls on goals as there's an icing. There were curious calls on goals by the referee. In one case, Arialis Markland, and I went over this with the coach afterward, Arialis Markland was covering a loose puck and was pushed into the net. And the referee said she was pushed into the net, and that's a goal. And I think Coach Jacobus said, well, actually, by definition, that's not a goal. And he said, yeah, it's going to be a goal. So the Little Flyers are a team that really doesn't need breaks. And they got a couple in the first game. And if they get a couple of breaks, they're going to be real hard to beat. They're hard to beat even on their worst day. This is a very good team, a very good organization. And here they come with a 2-on-1. Beattie over to Vukovic. Vukovic down the middle. Wrist shot. Lacey save, and she sweeps it away. She got it with the blocker and controlled the rebound. Erdman, wrist shot through traffic. It gets down low, but it's covered up as it was trickling in front. Lacey was there. So the Rockets have the lead, but the better of the possession so far has gone to the Little Flyers. Vukovic is easy to spot. Number 8, the lefty. She's got the white helmet and a ton of skill and patience. When you see her with the puck, number 8 in white, she's got that ability to slow down the game. And that makes players get open, especially when they're moving around and playing a system. And she played extremely well in the first game between these two. Puck sent in. Retreating back is Perrin up the side toward the boards. Jacobus was there. Couldn't corral it. Little Flyers take it down low. Spinning below the end line. Sent right up through. This is not icing because the Little Flyers sent that down themselves. Elena Erdman is the one to pick that up, and she busts out of the zone. Sending it up for Deletto, who looked like she was offside right there. That's a blown call. Deletto put herself offside, but they let her get away with it. It's not the NHL, folks. We remind you of that all the time. Not the players, not the refs, not the coaches, and certainly not the announcer. Centering feed, Rockets, two of them knock it away, Rizzo and Nieves. Nieves curls, wraps it around the near side boards, looking for Rodriguez over there. Conway got it, Rodriguez got it. Rizzo with Nieves on the 2-on-1. Nieves with it, shot, rebound, Rizzo scores! Luisa Rizzo has put the Rockets up 2-0 with 5:54 left in the first period. Off the shot from Cece Nieves. Erdman kicked it out with the right pad. Rizzo takes the rebound and puts it in the back of the net for a 2-0 lead. Same crew will stay out there. Rizzo on the left wing, Rodriguez on the right wing, Nieves at center. Rizzo picks that one up, tries to get through. Conway stepped in. Rodriguez is going to get the jump and send it in. It goes behind the end line. Conway and Rizzo over there, a couple of 13s. Now they move it up to the Little Flyers. They've had a couple of 2-on-1s, but things haven't fallen directly on their sticks just yet. Rogers sends it off the dasher, battling with Redmond. Picked up by Troiano. Troiano spinning, hounded by Matone. Up the wing, Rizzo was there, tried to redirect it to get it out of the zone. Sent up the middle, Conway has it. Rizzo picks it off, she had nowhere to go, so she swept it forward, but Kira Otto picks it up. Otto, her pass gets knocked away, 3 Rockets there, and a red glare. Rodriguez looking to center it, gets it over to Ulrich. Otto with the long reach grabs it, it goes to the point. Redmond through traffic, saved by Erdman. There was traffic there, and she got the stick on it. And she saw it well enough to direct that rebound into the corner. Centering feed by Ulrich, but no Rockets there. Kira Otto takes it, gains the center line, gains the offensive zone, sends it to the left of the net. It bangs off the end boards with 4:30 left in the period, chipped up in the middle, and walking in, this is Erdman, it looked like. Fires it wide. Flyers are changing just about everybody, but they almost had a little magic there from 19 and White. Troiano's got to watch it. She interfered with Izzy Cook right there, and they're keeping the whistle and letting the girls play, but that's one that they've called, and they've called it here in this tournament. If you don't have the puck, you can't impede anybody else's progress. This is going to be an icing on the Rockets, who have a 2-0 lead. Nieves scored the first on the power play and set up the second about 4 minutes later by Rizzo. And Rizzo with the big goal in a tight 0-0 game against the Princeton Tiger Lilies on Sunday. She scored on a breakaway and essentially got the Rockets here. And then Nieves scored right after from Rizzo. So Rizzo and Nieves have combined here for the last 4 goals. Wrist shot, pad save, maybe with the stick by Lacey, off of Katie Smiley, 28. Smiley still there in the slot, looking to get free. She's on the back door, pop-up. Ulrich's guarding her all the way. Fox battling Beatty along the end line. Chipped up, Cook trying to get it out, using the body, using everything she's got, the stick, but Vukovic picks it off. Vukovic comes in, wrist shot, glove down by Lacey, and she holds on. 3:10 left, period 1. This is the semifinals of the NGHL MLK Tournament. Taxing the players, their 5th game in 3 days. Taxing the voice of the excited announcer, his 5th game in 3 days. Snowstorms outside in eastern Massachusetts. Girls hockey inside. Intensity ratcheted up as the rivals battle on the ice. Hahn sends it to the corner. Centering feed goes through a gaggle of Rockets and Flyers. Wrist shot, looking for the redirection on the backside post was Deletto. It goes through a bunch of players and goes to Calci. She sends it back for Deletto. Redmond is there trying to recover it. Hahn is all over the ice. She's just a free bird. 18. She picks it up again, sends it in. It says defense next to her, but she just can play wherever she wants. 18 in white. You gotta keep track of her wherever, and it's hard to because she's everywhere all the time. Wearing the captain's C. Centered in front. Deletto, one save, and a second was rebuffed as Nieves picks it up. Nieves breaks it out, sends it to Menichello. She's 1-on-3. Actually, now she sends it to Nieves. There's a shot that's blocked. A second shot is also blocked. The ever-present Hahn picks it up. Chipped out by Calci. It's a 1-on-1. Deletto against Redmond, but she unselfishly dumps the puck, so all 5 little Flyers can change. Redmond skates it up, gets it out of the zone. Menichello's there, trying to get through traffic, couldn't do it. Bumped 2 players who just never saw each other, and everybody gets up okay. That's the first things first. Everybody's got to be okay. These are all our girls. Otto trying to get through traffic, can't quite do it. Rogers gets it and sends it down low. Matone picks it up, reverses it. Hansen's over there, but she's got to wait like a quarterback, waiting for receivers to get open for that puck to kind of get there. Centering feed, Rogers was looking to redirect it. Otto picks it up, left circle, shot blunted and blocked by Matone. Hansen uses the glove to get it out. Pushed down there by Capecci. And hustling off for a change. Little Flyers in their own zone. They're moving it out. The Rockets are caught here. Here come the Little Flyers. Wrist shot. Blocked away by Jacobus. She materialized at the right time. Ulrich just gets a stick in the way of Troiano. Rogers dives to sell out. Here comes Rodriguez. She sends it over to the left side for Rizzo, but Rizzo didn't have the step on Conway. Conway had postured back quickly, sensing the possible 2-on-1. 23 seconds left in a fast-moving first period. Rockets leading 2-0. It's the semifinals. A trip to the finals is on the line. 11 seconds and now 10 as the puck gets out of the zone. Still enough time for the Little Flyers to do something, so the Rockets have to tighten their D. 4 seconds and 3. Sent through. 1 second left. No shot. Rockets end the period with a 2-0 lead. Nieves on the power play started it. Then Nieves set up Rizzo on a 2-on-1. Nieves broke down the right side. Rizzo streaking down the left. Defenseman played the pass. Nieves took the shot. Erdman kicked it out with the right pad. Rizzo deposited in the rebound. So 4 straight at least. Maybe if I go games by a 2-0 score. They lead 2-0 after 1. If you haven't subscribed yet, boy, this would be a good time. The Rockets now finally, after a season that has had injury after injury after injury, are finally starting to get healthy. This weekend has seen them get both of their regular goalies back. Lily Latour, who's not even with the team this weekend, stepped in as a third goalie and played extremely well. But now with Emma Lacey and Arialis Markland back, they're getting stronger and stronger. A team that hasn't been whole since literally the first game of the season. If you're just joining us, we are glad that you are checking it out. New Jersey versus Philly is going to be a big theme in the lives of football fans for the next week, as the Giants are going to take on the Eagles. And in this case, it's probably a bunch of Giant fans against a bunch of Eagles fans on the ice. So our good local friendly Turnpike rivals are battling it out here. Erdman defends the goal to the YouTube left. Lacey, the goal to your YouTube right. Liftoff, period 2. Nieves, Minikillo, and Hansen up front. Redmond and Matone on defense. Rockets play with 2 centers, 3 wing pairs, and 4 defensemen. Rockets moving in through the neutral zone, and they try to get it deep into the offensive zone. Redmond knocked that down with a glove, and boy, she had to keep that forward. Otherwise, Beatty would have been off to the races. Vukovic trying to rush down to negate the icing, but couldn't beat the puck there. She slows the game down when she has the puck, but boy, she had the Jets burning there. 8 in white. 32 seconds into the second period, the Rockets have a 2-0 lead. Hahn on the face-off. Rockets win it. Matone sends it off of the skate of Hahn. Hahn trying to get off to the races. Here comes Calci. Calci up the right wing. Redmond outraces her to it and gains possession of the puck. Steers it up the far side wing, but Otto keeps it in and knocked it down. They're sending Hahn now up front. She's not on D. Hahn at center, but really she's a rover. She's free to go about the 200 plus feet in any direction at all times. Fired in, onside, and no icing. Rockets trying to chip it out of the zone. They do. That was Izzy Cook. She beat Conway to it. Play in the neutral zone. Cook trying to get it away from Calci. Here comes Hahn. Breaks in. Right pad save by Lacey. She denied Hahn. They move it down low. Rogers in front. Trying a stuff shot. Made the save on the first and the second offerings, did Lacey. Conway at the point. Gets it down low. Hahn spinning out. She's got the wheels going. Kick save by Ulrich. And the rebound is put in by Rogers to make it a 2-1 game. Abby Rogers, 98, gets the rebound off of a goal mouth scramble and deposits it into the left side of the net to cut the deficit to 2-1 for the Little Flyers. 13:06 left, period 2. Nieves, Rizzo, and Rodriguez. Goes to Rizzo. She chips it toward her own bench. Erdman grabs it, but can't get it out. Rizzo hounding Erdman. Erdman gets a step, comes up the middle. Rodriguez almost got a slash right there. Erdman still with it, sends it in. Fox swept it away. Fox recovers it, sends it up the near side board. 4 Little Flyers along the dasher, overloading one side. Rogers, who just scored to make it 2-1, sends it through the slot. Troiano was there. 2 Little Flyers collide. Rizzo trying to get behind. Whistle and a stoppage. Looked like it was offside as the puck popped into the zone before the last Little Flyer could clear out. Little Flyers overloading the strong side, and eventually that led to a goal as they bring it into the offensive zone. Rizzo battling Perrin over there. Perrin, Kopecky finally gets it and sends it in. Rogers trying to outrace Jacobus. Jacobus wins the race, turns the corner, sends it up the middle for Rizzo. She had to pivot, and couldn't hold possession. Perrin sends it through the middle. Rodriguez picked it off. Nieves was trying to get off to the races. There's 4, now 3 Little Flyers over there, but they had to change, so they dumped it. Big break for the Rockets there. Rizzo's going to move it out. There's no numbers here. It's about 3-on-3. She dumps it and changes. 11:28 left, period 2. Rockets leading 2-1. Beatty was looking to get behind the defense, but Matone spotted her. She retreats into the breakout spot. Matone sends it through the crease, but Conway picked it up before it could get to Hansen. Conway trying to turn the corner. She turns the corner. Wrist shot. Lacey saved it. It was wide of the net, maybe, but maybe Lacey got a piece. Hard to tell from this angle. Comes to the point and out. Otto sends it out. Spins, pirouettes, sends it for Ulrich, but Hansen steps into the passing lane. Matone picks it up. 89 powers it forward, trying to use the skates. Can't get through. Vukovic sends it in. Lacey is going to play it, pull it in with the stick, and cover it. Wow. Deft handling by Emma Lacey. She stuck the stick out there, and we're all thinking, oh boy, is she going to play it? And then she just used the stick to bring the puck in toward where the glove was. Defensive zone draw, Ulrich against Smiley. Hansen almost stole it, but Beattie got a piece of it and sent it to the far side corner. Picks it up off of Redmond there. Redmond trying to defeat the play and catch. It's like monkey in the middle, and they score. On the wraparound, they tie it at 2-2. Amanda Beattie had it from behind the end line, did the stuff shot, and put it in. So we are 2-2 with 10:28 left in period 2. The Rockets had a 2-0 lead through 1. The Little Flyers have come back to tie it. Both teams have about the same amount of players on the bench, so manpower is not an issue here as Beattie picks it up and brings it in. Hounded by Nieves, centers it. Smiley got a piece, but the Rockets send it out. This is not going to be icing. It's not hit strong enough. Cook on her horse, trying to pressure Perrin, forces her to make a couple of decisions. Picked off by Nieves, although maybe not picked off is the right word. She just got a shin pad on it. Redmond sends it in, but Rockets can't gain possession. Connolly out there. Rockets trying to power it, and Nieves had Cook there for a moment, but Vukovic got a tap on it and sent it into the Rockets zone, trying to recover it on the wing. She does. Vukovic now gets it behind the net. You don't want to give her time or space. There's Hahn. Hahn looking. Hahn spinning like Matthew Barzal. The spin moves close to the boards. That's what Hahn's doing. She sends it now to the left point. Erdman. Erdman walks between the points. Wrist shot, loose in front. Nobody grabs it yet. Nieves now at the dasher on the near side. Vukovic sends it through traffic, but Matone picks it off, sends it to Connolly. Connolly looking for Cook, and Nieves eventually picks up the errant pass, gains the zone on the left side. Referee steers clear. Perrin picks it up when they were 2-on-1, were the Little Flyers, 2 of them on 1 Nieves. Gets through a piece of traffic over there. Cook now trying to keep it in. Neutral zone, Calci has it, trying to get past Fox. And there's a trip. Fox is going to go for a trip. And the Rockets will be on the penalty kill for the first time. The second penalty of the game will be on the Rockets. Lauren Fox for the trip, 34. And if you are just tuning in for the first time all weekend, it's minute-and-a-half penalties because of the 15-minute periods. Rockets 1 for 1 on the power play. Nieves scored to open the scoring in the first. Flyers with their first power play. They'll move it along the far side boards. Redmond decks somebody in front. There was pushing and shoving over there, sticks and slashing going on, Redmond and Hahn. I think both of them are going. Shh. Clock's still running. So the penalty is only on Redmond. They don't even it up with Hahn. And the Rockets will be 3-on-5 here for about a minute. And their kill of a 3-on-5 in the game that ended the preliminary round against the Princeton Tiger Lilies was a huge point in the game. Also a potent force out here. Now they put a minute 30 on both penalties. That absolutely cannot be right. The clock was running for about 12 seconds by my count after the whistle. So by my count, I would have had it. This certainly can't be a 5-on-3 for the full minute 30. That would be maybe an instruction to Lauren Fox that she can exit the box at a particular time, but there's 1:30 on the penalty clock for both players on the 3-on-5. It's clearly not right, so hopefully the Rockets can figure out their way out of this jam. Ulrich will take it, couldn't get it out of the zone as Otto went between the points. Ulrich and Hansen up front, Rodriguez as well. There's no up front, it's just a triangle of three. Rodriguez knocks that one away. Wrist shot, Deletto fired it over the crossbar. They'll move it. Conway can walk all the way in, but she shoots from afar. Rebound goes just wide. That one fired through the crease and underneath Lacey. She picked up the pad to let it go through. How did she do it? Hansen picks it up, sends it into the bench, and that will keep the face-off down there. It's the same result basically as an icing, unless it cleared the blue line when it went out, and it did. So Hansen negotiates that one. If the puck flies out outside the blue line, they can call that a face-off outside of the zone. And that's what happened. Nieves and Rizzo with Matone. Those are the three. The Rockets tend to play aggressive, even down two men. Matone gets it toward Rizzo, couldn't get it out. It was right along the line. Wrist shot, Lacey gloves it down and holds on. Now, one penalty should just about be expiring here. They put a full minute 30 back. They essentially added penalty time. Okay, so I could hear Coach Bob all the way from here. 8 seconds, and Fox can exit the box. Rizzo changes out for Connolly. Matone and Nieves are there. Connolly got it into open space, but didn't have enough to get out there. The Flyers are playing Perrin all the way out of the zone. Fox comes out, wrist shot, goes over the net. Beatty on the backside, looking, turning, 5-on-4. Redmond jumps out of the box. The Rockets have killed the 5-on-3. Now can they get it out of the zone? Close range shot. Lacey saved, pushed into the net. No goal. It never went in. The Rockets have killed off a 5-on-3. And they maintain the 2-2 tie with 6:33 left in period 2 of the semifinal game of the NGHL MLK Tournament. Full and even strength. Flyers win the faceoff. Erdman's going to walk it right in. Saved by Lacey. Swept away by Fox. Now trying to break out. Connolly sends it into an open spot of ice, but the Rockets cannot clear the zone still. They must get it out of the zone. This team will put a dagger in your heart if you let them have too much offensive zone time. They still can't get it out, and now they do. Nieves will move it up the center line, and she'll skate it in. She still has it. Nieves still has it. Calci pressing her at the boards along with Rogers. Connolly is there. Matone and Erdman waiting for it to pop out. It goes down to Cook. She tries to turn and fire from a sharp angle. Couldn't get it through Perrin. Fox steps in at the point, but she gets beat. It's a 2-on-1 unless Connolly can hustle back, and Connolly does. Matone steers Rogers to the outside, follows her to the corner, redirected in front, and there's a goal. The net is off on the right side, but they say the goal counts. The net was off the moorings on the right side. It's still off, and it hasn't been readjusted, and that's right where the puck went in. Couldn't tell if it was before the play or after. I don't think they've adjusted it yet. Still looked like it was off, unless it just popped up and didn't go off. 3-2 Flyers with 5:35 left in period 2. They've rebounded from a 2-0 deficit. I guess maybe that net is not off. Rockets are going to use their timeout here. You get one, and only in the semifinal and final rounds are you afforded that. In the preliminary rounds of the tournament, you are not. So the Rockets take the timeout here, having given up 3 here in the second. It's still been a tight game, but the offensive zone possession from the Little Flyers has been the thing that's been the difference in the end. Just a little too much possession there, and the Rockets have had numerous chances on occasion to just get the puck out of the zone. Now, you don't want to just get it out of the zone and give back possession, but at some point you do need to just clear it out of there and make the other team reset. And the Flyers haven't had to do that so much in this period, whereas in the first period, it was a bit of a different story. They still had the possession edge, but the Rockets were gaining more chances because they were breaking out of the zone more freely. So Coach Jacobus, with a trip to the finals on the line, has utilized his essentially single coaching bullet. There's not too much you could do as a coach. You can change lines, you can change pairings, you can move defensemen to offense and offense to defense, and you can maybe pull the goalie at the end of a game where you're losing, but the timeout is sort of the biggest strategical piece that the coach has in game. Everything else is done in practice. You practice these situations, you discuss them beforehand, and then once you hit the ice, you let the girls play. 3-2 Little Flyers. 5:35 left period 2. These are 15-minute periods, so there's just about 20 and a half minutes left for the Rockets to turn it around. Calci sends it in past Redmond and will recover it in the near side corner, skates it behind the net, sends it to the far corner, redirected in front by Hahn, but it went wide. The last goal was off a goal mouth scramble. I didn't see who got it, but it was all close range stuff. DeLetto battling with Hansen. It comes up the middle to Rodriguez. She's trying to chip it out, and there it is. The Rockets had a chance to clear the zone, and Hahn kept it in, and now they're still in the same sequence here. Hansen battling. She's moved to defense here, so they have moved around some of the positions. Menachillo with Rodriguez now. Menachillo gets through on the left side. Menachillo fires it. Erdman makes the save. She hasn't been too busy in this period. That might have been about her first piece of business. Menachillo picks this one off, and she will send it down low. Looking for maybe Ulrich to get there, but Conway interrupted it, and Conway chips it past Rodriguez. Conway up the left wing. Conway through center. Conway loses it there. Redmond picks it back, banks it hard off the boards, looking for Ulrich. Hahn takes a spill, and Ulrich picks it up and dumps it in, and the Rockets will change. Rizzo in pursuit, trying to knock down Otto. Maybe got away with a slash on the wrist. Otto, wrist shot blocked away by Fox. So some of that stuff, the little slashes to the wrists and things like that, they're letting that go to this point for both teams. And that was Nieves all the way back. She denied Hahn on the backdoor chance. Hahn trying to spin. The Matt Barzal moves if you're just listening and not watching. This one eludes Troiano. Cook is now going to try to see if she could steal it away, but Troiano makes a good solid play up for Vukovic. Vukovic over the right sideline. The lefty tries to get it onto the backhand, but Fox never lets her do it. Far side wing. Smiley going to try to walk out of the corner, but goes down low for Beattie. Beattie spins away, but Redmond takes it away from her. Redmond chipped off the boards, looking for Rizzo over there, but Perrin stepped in. Walking out of the corner. Smiley tried to center it or go back door, but they don't get it through. Knocked away. Rockets are going to break up the left side wing. Nieves dumps it as Erdman stepped in. Perrin gets to it and sends it for Beattie on the near side half wall. Beattie sends it down, and it's going to be an icing. Unless that puck dies, they wave it off. It does cross the line. Oh, it sounded like somebody was saying, no, maybe that was one of the dads. fooled me. 2:49 left, period 2. 3-2 Little Flyers. The Rockets scored 2 in the first. The Little Flyers have 3 in the second. We've seen it more times than not this year. The Rockets don't need a ton of shots to score goals. And they can score them in bunches. Troiano came out there. Someone was looking for a trip, but she just tripped over her skates. Ulrich has it. Was looking for Hansen between the points. Hansen spins and backhands it into the near side corner for Menichello. Hansen got tripped by Troiano. The ref on the near side out of the zone wanted to call it. He was looking at it, and now he will call it. He eventually called it. He didn't call it right away. I don't know why he waited to call it. He looked at her. He never put the hand up, but eventually he called the trip on Troiano. Troiano tripped Hansen right between the points over there. And he was about to blow the whistle, but he never put the hand up. This was the referee that's escorting Troiano into the penalty box. So he had it on the mind, and then he didn't blow the whistle until the possession changed to the Little Flyers. So the Rockets on the power play, 1-for-1. Ulrich up front with Hansen and Connolly. Menichello on D with Matone. Stiletto trying to steer the corner on Matone. Leaves it back for Otto. They're attacking 3 down low on the power play, so if this puck ever gets out, the Rockets should have numbers. Here comes Connolly, but the back check is there, and Han, the human back check, is able to get it herself. But the Rockets pick up possession as Connolly 1-on-3 was able to keep it. Ulrich looking to get it set up. She might eventually go to the point for Redmond, but she's not decided to do that yet. And when she does, Redmond had moved between the points. Redmond yelling at Ulrich now and imploring her teammate to maybe not do that again. Nevertheless, they make up, and Ulrich takes the long pass from Redmond. Ulrich gets in down low. Backhand shoveled high. It wasn't on net, but she was trying to find the top corner. Redmond hustling back. Stiletto looks like she's giving chase, but she's getting off for a change. Under 30 seconds in the power play. Rockets down 3-2. They lead this tournament in power play goals with 5. Up the middle for Menichello, who's up front now, and she jumps off. Rizzo jumps on. For the last few seconds of the power play, Rizzo bumped Erdman, but it was not before Erdman could get it out of the zone. They've killed off the penalty. There's 45 seconds left in the period. Beatty was trying to redirect that one. Calci in the corner. Beatty behind the net. Beatty has her back to the play and now leaves it for Calci. They have it from the back. Let's see if they can do the magic move. Rizzo trying to get behind the D. Vukovic in front, gets by 1. Blocker save off the nifty wrist shot by Vukovic. 18 seconds left. Can the Rockets work the magic? There's Rizzo trying to get by 2. Oh, she gets hooked down! It's not going to be a penalty shot because Perrin was behind the play, but Rizzo draws the penalty with 10.1 seconds left in the second period. Third power play for the Rockets against 1 for the Little Flyers. Actually, they've had 2 because they had a 5-on-3. Rockets 1 for 2. 10 seconds. We know that's enough for the Rockets to win a defensive zone draw and score. We saw that last week against the Piedmont Predators. But the first thing is win that draw. Ulrich up front with Rodriguez. Menichello at the point, gets it through traffic and hit the post. Erdman was there. 3 seconds, 2. Good job ragging the puck in the corner by the Little Flyers. Conway got there and just did a good job of never letting that puck get out of there as Redmond was hounding her. So we end the second period with the Rockets trailing 3-2. We ended the first with them winning 2-0 on the goals by Nieves and Rizzo. They've all been close, hard-fought games at the tournament. Even the second game the Rockets had, or was it the first game? The first game they played the New England Wildcats, and the Rockets were never headed in that game. It got to 2-1 at one point, but then the Rockets put 3 in and pulled away by the end. 5-1 might be about the most lopsided score of any team of any game in the tournament. And even this potent little Flyers team, which often if you watch their results, you'll see they get their fair share of 8-2s and 7-1s. This is a top-level team here. I don't think they had even a game like that, but here we are. 1 period to decide it. Edge starts out with the little Flyers on the scoreboard, but with the Rockets in manpower. They'll have 80 seconds of power play time. They have mixed up the lineup a little bit. They've also used their only timeout. This is what you call an all-hands-on-deck game. You do everything you possibly can to win it. And you don't worry about the consequences. You just want to get to that final game. You want to play for the chip. And both of these teams want it. Rockets on the power play will start out with Ulrich up front. As Lacey defends the goal to your YouTube left, Erdman defends the goal to your YouTube right. Hansen and Minikillo up front. Matone on left D, Redmond on right D. Lift off, period 3. Is it the final period of the tournament for the Rockets? Unless they score at least 1, it will be. Can't get the power play set up as the Flyers move the puck out of the zone. Still have a minute left in the power play. Minikillo sends it to the boards in front of the little Flyers bench, but that Conway was there. Rockets dump it in, but everybody's kind of back. Nobody's pursuing the puck at all here, and they're just going to give them time to get it out. Minikillo kicked it in after she was offside. So the Rockets got the puck down there, and everybody just sort of was watching it. .42 seconds on the power play. Ulrich wins it to Minikillo, who backhands it forward into the zone. Somehow got it past the sure-handed Otto, and Ulrich is in pursuit over there. Hansen now, the 2-on-1. Chipped up. Ulrich can keep it in at the left point if she hustles. She does for a moment, but it's bodied out, and there's a trip, and Smiley hit the ice hard. She is having trouble getting up, and she's squatting over on her way to the bench, and she jumps over the boards now. So the Rockets' final 20-something seconds of the power play will be nullified right there. Four-on-four hockey. A minute into the third period. The Rockets have a 3-2 deficit. It's a semifinal game. We keep reminding you, if you've been with us since the beginning, you've heard it 100 times, but there are people probably tuning in now. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Sent up for Rizzo. Oh, she was trying to get it past Hahn. Now Nieves trying to hustle it out. Nieves right up the middle, fires a shot. Erdman steers it to the near side corner. Sent back around. Hahn over there, trying to move it out, sends it into her own bench. Defensive zone draw for the little Flyers as a result. In 2 seconds, the little Flyers will have a power play of 1:10. Rizzo jumps off for Rodriguez. Nieves on the dot. Kopecky wins it. Power play. Troiano is behind the D, but Jacobus sees her now. Sent toward the right point. Jacobus can't keep it in, but she does corral it. Rogers trying to get it past her. Jacobus wins the one-on-one. Sends it forward for Rodriguez, who's trying to power it past Hahn up the boards. A sea of girls Jacobus gets down the middle. Jacobus sends it down low, but Rogers picked it off in a defensive posture while the Flyers are on the power play. This is going to be an icing, and the Rockets will take that. They can make a change and have an offensive zone draw with 35 seconds left to kill. The little Flyers would love to keep the Rockets in penalty killing mode for as long as possible. But in a bit of schadenfreude, the Rockets have been the most experienced penalty killing team in the tournament by far, because they've spent, against Queen City, I think they spent about half the game in the box, and they managed to kill off every one. Let's see if they can keep the streak up here. They're going to have to keep it tight and maybe snipe one to tie it up. Here comes Hahn. Hits the brakes. Redmond's there to meet her. Turns. Looking to move it. Deletto. Kalki is going to walk right to the dot. Send it down low. Hahn behind the net. Hahn spinning. Rockets giving her plenty of attention over there. Comes to the near side boards. Redmond is going to have room. Steers it up for Cook, who chips it for Ulrich, who's trying to get by the D. The Rockets have killed off another power play. Ulrich, Cook, and Connolly up front. Kept in, and that's been the story of the game since the start of the second period. The Rockets failing to get a puck out just at the line, and oh boy, Vukovic just about had goal number 4 on her stick there, but it eluded her by about 6 inches. The Rockets, with the chances to get the puck out, have not been able to do it on a consistent enough basis, and the little Flyers just keep running that cycle. They take it from behind the net. The person from behind the net passes to somebody, and they hustle right in front of the net. Sometimes it goes all the way through to players like Otto, who gets it at the blue line and sends it back in. Redmond bumps Vukovic, and they're going to call that one. Vukovic down over there holding her head, now looking up to see what happened. That didn't look like as much of a bump, only because she got her low. Vukovic gets up, seems to be okay. Redmond goes to the box. Vukovic gets the applause from both sides. Redmond, angry, was about to slam the penalty box door shut, but thought the better of it. Close call. It's two players battling at the board. She certainly didn't hit her from behind. She leaned in with the hip, and you know, Redmond is often the most stout player on the ice. She's low. She has a low center of gravity, and she's very, very, very strong on her skates. And most of the time in these type of collisions, it's the other player that ends up falling down, sometimes in this case with alacrity. And often these would be questionable penalty calls, like we've seen in the tournament a bunch of times. But if you play that way, you got to live that way. Power play time for the little Flyers. Fox gets dumped in front. They'll move it along the high cycle this time. Beattie, wrist shot through traffic. Jacobus knocked it down with her logo. It's knocked out of the zone by Hansen. And something happened in front of the net over here. It was behind the play, and it looks like Smiley is going to go off, and that evens it up. Whatever it was, Smiley definitely said she didn't do it. I was looking behind the play, and we'll have to see what the call was. I don't know what the call was. It was behind the play. I was looking at the high cycle, and once the puck came out of the zone, I was watching that. So Smiley's penalty evens it up, 4-on-4 hockey for a minute 2. Hansen and Nieves up front. Jacobus and Fox on the points. Battled for Perrin, trying to get it away from the Rockets. Fox, wrist shot, can't get it through traffic. Perrin tried to sweep it away. Beattie gets it, spins. Rockets trying to keep it in. They can't. Perrin's going to pick it up. There's a fall over there. Not a trip. Rogers just fell. She was trying to spin and get on her back access. Rogers moves it below the end line. In 30 seconds, the Rockets will have a power play. In the meantime, they have 4-on-4. Little Flyers overload the strong side. That's why they have puck possession. That's how they've kept it. Erdman back to the near side. This is Beatty, sends it in the middle, was looking for Rogers on the redirection, couldn't get it. Comes up this side, now sent down for an icing. 10-10 left in the game. Rockets 3 seconds away from a power play. If you're watching from anywhere, we appreciate it, but especially those in North Jersey, and especially the Rizzos and Paramus. Rockets off the face-off don't win it, but they're going to get it out of the zone. Redmond would possibly be behind the D, but Otto stepped in before Rodriguez could find her. Rogers on the forecheck with about 10 seconds left of power play time here for the Rockets, and they just pound it right back in. So nothing's going to come of the truncated power play. This one takes a bounce off the boards. Smiley's out of the zone, out of the box and into the bench. Full and even strength. 9:32 left in the game. The Rockets are trailing 3-2. They're going to need one. They can't get to the finals unless they get at least one goal. They're not taking chances yet. Calci versus Redmond. Redmond wins that one. Near side boards. Rodriguez has a lane. Sends it up the middle for Ulrich. They have to hit the brakes. Connolly eventually gets it and has to send it in with the backhand. Ulrich makes Otto spin. Troiano has a streaking Diletto, but Matone knocked away the pass. Mia Rodriguez tries to get through Conway. Couldn't do it. Close to a foot trip there by Conway, but Rodriguez was trying to jump around her. Hahn, she's going to skate it between the points. Wrist shot, it goes wide. Redmond picks it up. Rockets have turned it around here a little bit. They're looking, and Rodriguez snuffed that one out. Rodriguez trying to feed Rizzo, but Conway picked it off. Diletto sends it in onside, and they exchange it. Rizzo tips it by center, but can't corral it. Rockets changing. Diletto ices it and puts her hands on her own head, knowing what she did. She had the Rockets caught in a change, and she needed to change herself, but instead of taking the 2 strides to get to the center line and sending it in, or even, she might have even had a break where she could have gotten probably all the way to the top of the left circle. She sent it in. Big break for the Rockets. Nieves on the dot, Rizzo in the slot with Cook. Jacobus at the left point. She's situated between the points. Fox tells Fox to get down lower, but they don't win the face-off, so it's academic. Little Flyers trying to break it out. They do. Just give it to Hahn. And Hahn, the human zone entry, brings it in. Beatty now looking to try to set it up, but hounded by Nieves. This is what the Rockets are going to have to do. Sent out off the tip of Rizzo's stick. Rizzo trying to pull it away from Perrin there to see if she could have broken in. Perrin made a good play. It wasn't really close to being picked off. 7:48, 47, 46, 45. Time ticking away for the Rockets. They have a 3-2 deficit. They got to figure out how to solve it. Rizzo blocks away that shot by Erdman. It goes out of the zone, and Calci sends it right back in, and they're going to call the intentional offside right there. So an intentional offside means the player knows that the play is going to be offside as determined by the referee and sends the puck in anyway, and that's what they've said Jenna Calci just did, number 9 in white. So that gives an offensive zone draw for the Rockets. Ulrich on the dot. Hansen in the slot. Menikillo on the right wing. Jacobus and Fox at the points, right and left. Comes up to Rogers. Jacobus stepped in to try to pick it off. She prevented Rogers from at least making a clean pass to Troiano. Ulrich battles for it on the right side, but it's sent in by Smiley. Picked up by Jacobus. Sent a long pass up the middle for Hansen. This one might go on net, and she is going to cover it. And Alex Erdman just takes no chances right there and just covers that puck. She had a couple of teammates there ready to pick it up, and the Rockets were a clear 10 to 15 feet away, but plays it conservatively and safely. 7:12. Time a ticking away, but it's only a single goal that they need. Trying to move it up and out of the zone, and they do. Ulrich pushed down. That's not a penalty right there. The Rockets faithful thought it was, but you're allowed to do that. I mean, if they were going to call a penalty there, that would have been a hell of a break for the Rockets. Menikillo, does she have one in her? Here comes Troiano, and there is, it can't be too many little Flyers on the ice because they only had about 4. Something happened with the bench over there. The bench got stuck, so as a safety precaution, the referee blew the play dead. So they'll face it off at center ice. Safety first, folks. The Little Flyers bench was jammed ajar, and the referee immediately stopped play. So they face it off in neutral ice, and the Little Flyers win it. 6:33 now. Rockets trailing 3-2. They had 2 in the first. The Little Flyers got 3 in the second. Deletto. Matone reversing it for Menikillo. Menikillo chips it out. The Rockets have to do at least that. They would prefer to break out with possession. Hansen picks it up. He blew the offside before Hansen even got into the zone. Hansen wasn't even into the zone, and he blew the whistle for offside. Menikillo looked like she just about had the skate back there. The long right skate, she stretched it out fully, and the referee blew that one dead before Hansen even had the puck cross over the line. Rockets power it in, 3 yards in a cloud of dust. Rizzo trying to pick one off. Rizzo's had the magic a couple of times here lately. Is she going to be the one? Is it going to be Nieves? Here's Rizzo, one-on-one with Perrin, and a whistle that stops play behind the play. And they're calling a roughing penalty on Rodriguez. Completely out of my view. I never saw it. Rizzo was about to break in one-on-one. Now the Rockets will have to kill off another. Rizzo and Nieves will stay out there. Matone will go behind the net to find the face-off win. Otto steps all the way in from the point. Rizzo trying to break out, but Conway steps in. She's been good. 13 has found her way to many pucks that would be 50-50 pucks and won them. Little Flyers trying to set up the power play with 1:09 left in the man advantage. Rockets are going to have to look for offense here. Down 1. Rizzo's going to skate it in and dump it past Otto. Nieves is trying to snuff it out the other side. Conway's there. Rockets change defense. Beatty is behind the defense if they see her, but Jacobus knows she's there and plays a regular defensive posture. We tried to give you a look. Otto skates it in. Otto down Broadway. Wrist shot, left pad save. Otto picks up the rebound. Otto tries to get through 1. Otto sends it to the point for Conway. Conway loads up. Wrist shot redirected off Nieves and goes wide. 34 seconds left in the penalty kill for the Rockets. 4:50 left in the game. They have a 3-2 deficit, and they need one if they want to try to at least get to the finals. Backhand shovel shot by Smiley and a save by Emma Lacey, number 7. Rodriguez in the box for 23 more seconds. The Rockets change it up front. Ulrich and Connolly. Does Connolly have the magic? She's been so close this weekend and a bunch of times. Connolly forces the play to go down low. Hahn, loose puck, shot, save, rebound save. Connolly gets it, chipping, gets it out. Ulrich trying to get behind Hahn, couldn't do it. Erdman's going to walk in, gets past Jacobus, tries to get past her again. Wrist shot, hit a Rocket stick and goes over the crossbar. Penalty is killed. The Rockets have killed another one. Ulrich gets her stick lifted. That's interference. The puck wasn't there. They let it go, but they've let it go all game. So we'll take it. Refs have called it even. The Rockets have had more penalties. Rockets playing loosely with it in their own zone, but they get it out. Erdman all the way across to Troiano, trying to get down the middle. Rogers plowing through. Wrist shot goes wide. 3:50 now. Little Flyers have the lead, and they're putting on the pressure. Rogers has it down low. There's nobody over there. It almost looks like a power play. She fires it through traffic. Rockets need a change here desperately. They'll take an icing. They'll take a face-off. They'll take anything. They need this crew off the ice. They're gassed. And the worst person to give it to has the puck. 18 Han. Does the Barzal spin. Tries to get through traffic. Malachi crunch. Go see Happy Days. Cook has to get this. And she's going to try to take a chance. The rest of the Rockets change. Connolly was offside as Cook didn't carry it forward quickly enough for her. The Rockets, however, will take that in this case. You'd love to have a scoring chance, but they get a chance to change everybody up. They have 3 out there. They have to throw a couple of defensemen now, or rather wings out there. Rizzo and Rodriguez reunited here with Nieves up front. Is this the line that has the magic? Rodriguez plows forward. Rodriguez still with it. Rodriguez has Rizzo down low, but she has so much traffic she can't get it to her. Redmond through traffic. Erdman save, and she never lets the rebound go. Rizzo was guarded by Conway at the back door. She was waiting to pop one of those rebounds in. That's how it got to 2-0 Rockets. But 3 from the Little Flyers in the second period have changed the outlook greatly. Battled for along the near side boards. Redmond shovels it down low. Rizzo tied up, tries the jam shot, but Conway got just enough of a piece to hold her off. Can the Rockets ignite the engines one more time and forge a tie? Nieves changes out for Ulrich at center. Rodriguez will move out for Cook. Rizzo stays out there. Refs let it go. Face off one over to Rizzo, tries to get through traffic, spins around, trying to shake off 2. Ulrich eventually gets it to Matone at the point. Matone to Redmond at the right point. Redmond through traffic, knocked down by Smiley, who picks it up and skates it up the left wing. Smiley up the left wing, banks it off the boards to herself. Smiley behind the D, wrist shot, Lacey save, rebound, covered up, and they blew the whistle before she even covered it up. So these whistles have been very, very quick. Hansen on the offside before. They blew the whistle before she even entered the zone, and Hope Minicello looked like she maybe had gotten a chance to get on it. This time, it benefits the Rockets as Lacey knocked the puck down. The puck was sitting there right in front of her, but the whistle blew before she could cover it up. She did cover it up eventually, but the whistle was quick. Beatty, wrist shot, Lacey glove save. 2:20 left in the game, unless the Rockets can get one. Does anyone in black have a moment of brilliance inside of them? Fox pushes down Beatty. Beatty stays down. Puck went into the net, but after the whistle, Lacey tells Han that she didn't quite like that, and there's a player down on the near side boards. Beatty and Fox were tied up when the puck was there. Fox pushed off of Beatty, and Beatty hit the boards awkwardly. I don't know if it was her knee or her head. She holds the head. Looked like she might have gotten spun around with the skate caught in a rut, and she was trying to turn away, and she kind of turned into Fox. So offensive zone draw for the Little Flyers, who have a 3-2 lead. Actually, they're going to move it out. I guess the Rockets must have had possession. That's why. The Rockets had possession in the defensive zone, and the Flyer player was the one that was injured, so they don't give the advantage there. Redmond will stay on. She was going to try to get off there. 2:13 left. Time pretty much a factor because this is a playoff game. Sent down below the end line. Jacobus picks it up, chips it for Hansen, spins, sends it up, but it eventually needs Jacobus to help get it out. Hahn with Hansen. Hansen beats Hahn the one-on-one. Hansen beats Rogers, but eventually it's sent out over the net. That'll be a defensive zone draw for the Little Flyers. 1:51 left in the game. Emma Lacey has now gone to the bench. The Rockets will attack with 6. 1:51 left. They need to score. They can take chances. 3-2 is no different from 4-2 if that's a final. 6-on-5. Nieves wins the draw. Redmond gets it, sends it through traffic, redirected by a bunch. Hansen's there. Hansen tries to get it to the forehand, shoveling it at the net. Saved by Erdman, and she covers it up. Alex Erdman is going to be put to the test here, and her team has 5 skaters out there, but the other team has 6. Nieves on the dot. Menichello and Hansen load up the slot. Jacobus on the far side wing. Fox at the left point. Redmond at the right. Face off, won by the Little Flyers. Conway had it. Rockets steal it. Redmond gets it between the points. Tries to get it through traffic. Can't do it. Here comes Smiley. Pot shot at the open net. No icing. It was tipped. So the tip prevented the icing, but it also might have prevented a goal. Rockets got to get it out of the zone and get moving. Flyers will be glad to just rag it, tie it up. Sent out for Conway. You have to put her under pressure. There's 70 seconds left. The Rockets are down 3-2. They must score if they want to extend this game and try to get to the finals. Lauren Fox sends it around the far boards for Hope Menichello. 1 minute to play. The Rockets have the goalie pulled. That looked like an offside, but they don't call it. Rogers takes a spin down there. Lost her footing, but no call. She knocks the stick away from Redmond. Conway at neutral ice. The Rockets need to get it down into the offensive zone. Otto gets it picked off by Nieves. Nieves walks in, takes a shot. Erdman shouldered away. She was handcuffed. She used every bit of the big frame, jumped up to get it. 30 seconds left. Rockets 4-on-1 to try to get the puck out of the corner. Fox at the net. Hansen looking for it. It doesn't bounce her way. Otto picks it up, sends it down past Redmond. There's Stiletto down there, but it's an icing with 15.8 left. The Rockets do not have their timeout. They used it after the third Little Flyers goal. Do any of these Rockets have the bit of magic left in them? They need a 6th out there. Rizzo will be the 6th. Nieves on the dot. Rodriguez, Hansen in the slot. Rizzo joins them in the high slot. Face-off won by the Little Flyers. Kira Otto getting it, spinning it along the far boards. Calci gets it. Hansen with 7. It comes to the middle. Matone has to keep it in, otherwise the game's over. That's going to do it. The Little Flyers are going to advance, and the Rockets gamely took them to the final seconds of the semifinals of the NGHL MLK Tournament. An impressive showing by the Rockets, taking a top-level team, giving them all they could possibly handle. But eventually, the 3-goal outburst in the second period, capped by Abby Rogers, is the one that makes the difference. CC Nieves and Luisa Rizzo scored in the first period. And the Little Flyers will move on to the championship game against either the New Jersey Colonials or the Piedmont Predators. Piedmont leading 2-0 at this point, thanks to Bob Ulrich for the score update. So if that holds, and that game started 15 minutes after, so they're probably starting the third. So the Piedmont Predators may be on their way to taking down the Colonials, but we'll give you a look at the Little Flyers over there skating off. Alex Erdman, she came up big in the end when she needed to. She wasn't tested as often as Emma Lacey, but when she needed to come up big, she did. Rockets exit the tournament with a 3-2 record. They get 2 blemishes on their record courtesy of the Little Flyers, but this one, after the first game, was 5-2 with a couple of real questionable calls. Not questionable in terms of was it a goal, was it not a goal. It's just there were goals that the referees called as goals, and literally nobody in the arena realized that a score had taken place. So if you took those 2 away, then both games were played pretty closely to 3-2. And in this one, the Little Flyers get the W, advance to the championship game. Oh, and the Colonials have actually lost now. It is a final, so The Little Flyers will play the Piedmont Predators in the final game at 1:05 p.m. I don't know if they have a stream, but I do know that the Colonials usually have somebody recording their games, and Charles Fly usually does the job for the Predators. A good Giants fan, although he comes from the Delmarva area. All right, that's going to do it. From the tournament, the Rockets finish a 3-2 semifinal loss. They had a 2-0 lead, couldn't hold on to it, nearly tied it at the end, but they'll head back to New York, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania. Hopefully the snow has given way and the roads clear up a little bit to make the trip a little easier and safer for all our Rockets families and for all the families that have come to this tournament in Haverhill, Massachusetts at the Haverhill Valley Ice Arena. Enjoy your Martin Luther King Day celebration, a solemn American holiday that teaches us to, more than anything, love one another. And we love our girls that play hockey no matter what uniforms they wear. For the last time of the weekend, Haverhill Valley Ice Arena in Haverhill, Massachusetts. This is Joe Rizzo. Thanks for watching New Jersey Rockets Girls Hockey.